However, there's one thing. He didn't count for me being God. What's up, Frosher Bros? Welcome back to yet another video. This here's going to be another How to Morrowind, and today we're going to learn how to make God. Because of course, we've shown y'all how to play the game, how to, how armor works, how to make a good hand-to-hand build, and all that sweet jazz. But I've yet to showcase how to use all the proper stuff I've been using to make my gods into reality. So I'm going to show y'all some quick and easy tips here on Xbox Morrowind. This is Xbox Morrowind, by the way. Here's the proof. Anyways, what we're going to do is you don't even need to really go that far. You can go to the very first place, the very first city, Balmora, and become a god instantly. Of course, since this is yet another How to Morrowind, we're going to need to get ourselves a professor ready. And I think today we can go with, I think this guy's hairstyle might be good. Yeah, this hairstyle would work.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Alright, Professor God, let's go. Anyways, now that we have ourselves our god on the ready, our old Imperial teacher,
Yes, we've been expecting you.
class really doesn't matter.
There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice
You can
is yours.
really just play whatever kind of class you want to go for. However, I'm going to make a class that will allow you to make a god character a bit quicker and a bit easier, I suppose. So what you want to do is first go with magic. Then let's see here. You're going to want intelligence. And the other stat doesn't really matter. However, if you really want to go like high tier, you could go with endurance or maybe even luck so you can get that leveled up quicker and stuff. I guess we can go with endurance just to have higher health. And of course, the important parts are going to be mysticism and restoration, also destruction. These three spell schools. One sec, I'm going to have to take this. Alright.
Sorry to interrupt everyone. Please subscribe to Frost Troll. And also subscribe to me. Anyways, hope the video is doing well. So, yeah.
Alright, well, you heard the man. Anyways, back to teaching y'all how to become God. Anyways, so yeah, mysticism, restoration, and destruction, those are the three schools of magic you want to make yourself a god. And I will show all of you the reasons why, because all these are the schools you would be using the most. However, you don't even need these spell schools, because the kind of spells I'll be showing you have low enough mana that you can really just go without having these schools as majors or minors. So, those don't even really matter, and everything else, yeah, everything else doesn't really matter. I guess we can go with all of these stats. I mean, I guess if we really want to, we could actually, yeah, everything here, I guess we can change this to unarmored for reasons y'all would know if y'all seen my thing, my other video. Guess we can also go with a little bit of mercantile and speechcraft. And we're just going to pick something random. Guess we can go with a little bit of conjuration. Yeah, conjuration because we can summon stuff, and honestly, it really does not matter yet again. Anyways, what we're going to call this class is, of course, God, because I'm showing y'all how to make God, essentially. So,
Very good.
moving
Another
on.
researcher mentioned you were born under a certain sign.
Next, we're going to have to talk about your spell sign, your star sign, essentially. And this does play a good role. Honestly, I would suggest not going Atronach unless you want to use the Xbox cheat code for restore mana, because there is an Xbox cheat code that lets you restore mana, uh, and you can use that if you want to go with this, either that or actually just use mana potions, or you could use another glitch that I know where you can actually lower your intelligence. However, that glitch would actually be a bad idea, and I'll show y'all why later. So, our best options could be either Apprentice for mana, Lady for health, and let's see here. Any other good ones? I guess Tower. Yeah, there's really only two, so either pick Lady or Apprentice. I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go with Lady, just so we have more
Before I
health.
stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
And as you see, we're going to start with a health pool of 45, but we start the game with a 75 endurance, so that will go up a lot. Also, we have a 75 personality, so that's really good too. And other than that, we have 50 mana. We're an Imperial. We have a 35 in all of our major skills. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And just like that, that is our class all finished up.
Show your
Now,
papers to the captain when you exit to get
a good
moving,
start
please.
is a good way to basically get some stuff, so I am going to skip ahead and basically do the base generic setup. If y'all want to see me do this setup more properly, just let me know in the comments and I'll do a how to set your character up for Morrowind, essentially. So yeah, I'm going to skip ahead until we basically get everything. So see y'all in a sec. Alright, and I think we're going to end the speed ahead now that we have ourselves a good 1,000 gold and a few potions. Got our ring back. We could do more setup, however, 1,000 gold is actually all you need. That's actually more than enough to absolutely break this game's mechanics. And honestly, the fact that we're an Imperial is going to make some of these exploits a little more broken than usual because of our higher speechcraft and mercantile. It's going to make some prices at least slightly cheaper. If you need more gold, though, let me know in the comments that you would like to see a better setup video, an actual like how to set yourself up in Morrowind without leaving Sanity. Anyways, we're going to place a save here. Now that we got our save here, we're actually going to first head out of town going this way. The reason why is quite simple. We are going to need some spells, and the first spell we're going to get is going to take us right over this way. So I'll catch y'all in a sec. This is Fort Moonmoth. this here is our first stop. This here's an Imperial fort just outside of Balmora, and if you head in through the front door right there, and basically go in, turn right here, turn left here, go down these stairs, turn to this wooden door, go down the stairs, enter the fort's prison towers, turn left and talk to this woman. Now, what you need to do is go down here and buy a single, let's see here, buy the Drain Athletic spell. That will be what we need. And of course, to skip some time, what I did was, when I was in Satan, I bought the Jack of Trades spell from a reel. That saves some time. However, I will still show you, if you don't want to buy from a reel, I'll still show you another spell to achieve basically the same thing as the other exploit I'm going to show you in this video. So anyways, that's all we needed to grab from Fort Moonmoth. Other than that, this place is pretty much useless for our divine endeavors. However, if you're into joining Imperial cult, then this place would actually be for you, because you can actually join the cult over here. Anyways, we're going to head to Balmora now. Just like that, we are back here in Balmora. Now, for our next stop, we're going to need to hit up the Mages Guild. So that would actually be right over here. You can tell it's the Mages Guild because you'll see this sign right here. It even tells you Mages Guild. And every Mages Guild always has this symbol. Anyways, heading on inside, we're just going to go downstairs, but real quick, you can actually make things a little cheaper here by joining the Mages Guild. So we're just going to do that to make everything in this place cheaper. You can also obtain potions from up here, like these restore mana potions. Those may be useful for us. However, in the meantime, I'm not going to use them, because why not? Anyways, what we're going to do is head down here and talk with this woman here. And you want to go to spells and buy the Soul Trap spell. This costs 60 gold, and it basically soul traps things. Now, what we're going to do next is head over to the temple, and I will show y'all why we're heading to the temple. Of course, we don't really need to because of a little time saver I grabbed. However, I'm going to show y'all anyways, just so y'all know how to basically become a god without once leaving Balmora. So going up here into the Almcivi Temple in Balmora, right through the front door, heading down this corridor, then down these stairs, then turning to the left, you'll see a person here, and if you talk to them, you could buy the Wisdom spell. This fortifies your intelligence for 60 seconds by 10 points. However, we already have a spell that fortifies our luck, so we don't really need that spell because we already have the spell effect we need, which is Fortify Attribute. However, now that we're here, we can now go to spell making, and in fact, we're going to save up real quick, because there's a few things you can screw up, and if you make a spell incorrectly, it can just mess with things. However, what we're going to do is make a soul trap on target spell for 1 second. Then we're going to make a spell that fortifies on self 100 points of an intelligence to 100 points of intelligence for 1 second. And then we're going to also fortify on self 100 points to 100 points of willpower. And since we have mysticism and restoration as major skills, we're going to also fortify personality on self 100 points to 100 points for 1 second. Now, logically, this spell would soul trap a target for 1 second while also fortifying your intelligence, willpower, and personality by 100 points for only 1 second and then being rendered useless immediately after. However, I'm afraid this is a Bethesda game. So, we're just going to make this spell, and let's see what it does, huh? So we're just going to equip this spell. Currently we have an intelligence of 50, willpower of 30, and a personality of 75. Oh, and this spell has a 56% chance of being casted. Now let's just cast this spell, let's say on this pillar thing right here once. We can't cast it. Okay, you know what? 1 sec. Let's just run up to this bed real quick and let's rest and then try casting it on the floor or something. So, we failed to cast the spell, but no biggie. That's why there's beds here. And you can use them because there's no NPCs watching you, because all the NPCs are here and in other rooms like 10 miles away. They're not seeing you whatsoever. So anyways, now that we did that, let's just try casting on this wall. So currently we have an intelligence of 50, willpower of 30, and personality of 75. Now, let's cast this spell. Alright, so I just successfully casted that spell, and as you can see, my casting chance seems to be a little higher. Now, it's been more than a second. Our intelligence should be 50, our willpower should be 30, and our personality should be 75. Let's see what they are now. So our intelligence is 150, our willpower is 130, and our personality is 175. We now have 57 mana, and this spell, which was once a 56% chance to cast, now an 86% chance to cast. Let's see what happens if we cast this spell again. So now we have a 250 intelligence, 230 willpower, a 275 personality. We have 43 mana left out of 250, and this spell has a 100% chance to cast. Let's see what happens if we cast it again. As you can see, things have increased even more. We have 350 intelligence, 330 willpower, 375 personality. Anything we can cast has a 100% chance of casting because we increased our willpower, which increased casting chance. And honestly, this is why I said it doesn't really matter if these skills are majors or minors, because even though that increased our chances to cast that spell period, all you really need to do is increase your willpower and intelligence, and it'll allow you to cast the spell more frequently. Like literally once you get that first cast, that's when things get a little broken. Now I'm just going to cast this. I'm gonna cast this until we run out of mana. Let's see if we can do that even. So we have 350 out of 350, now 410 out of 450, 463 out of 550, 511, and it's increasing at this point. So yeah, we can just constantly cast the spell, and though the percentage does seem to be going down, we still have a lot of mana, and the reason why that percentage is going down is because we just have such a high maximum and such a uh, such a high minimum because yeah, like this is broken. Okay, like this is broken. We have way too much of all this now, and we just got started. Like we're already so charming. Everyone loves us. We're so whimsical that we can cast whatever spell we want, no matter what. We're so intelligent we can cast no matter what any spell in the game, other than overly broken custom spells. But any base spell in the game, yeah, we can cast those. We can summon Golden Saints if we wanted to, despite not having that high of conjuration. Now, what we're going to do is... This thing is lagging. Anyways, what we're going to do now is basically level up a little. Because, in fact, no, we're not going to level up yet. I'm actually going to show y'all something interesting. So, now that our personality is this high, we could use a little more money. Yeah, we're going to need more money because we want to level up. So in order to level up, we're going to need more money. Now, to get more money, all you have to do is have such a high personality that even Nords talk great of you and have a 100 disposition with you the second you talk to them. In fact, they have such a great disposition, you can say buy all 10 of their repair hammers for, oh, I don't know, like maybe, let's just go with 95 gold. And then sell those repair hammers right back to the Nord for, oh, I don't know, let's see here, I just bought them for 95 gold. Why not sell them right back to him in his face for 180? You know, that's a good bit more. Anyways, we're going to buy the hammers for 100 gold less. Now sell them for 200 more. Buy them for 200 less. Sell for 300 more. And basically repeat this process until we have the Nord's entire stock of inventory in gold. And just like that, we now have 1,600 gold, and we started with 600 walking in, and all we did was buy and sell the same repair hammers over and over again. Now, you can also do that with this merchant in here. Because our disposition is high, it wasn't just the Nord who was favored of us. Everyone loves us. Everyone appraises us. Everyone thinks they should sell us hammers for cheap prices just so we can sell those hammers right back to them for high prices. While they also restock the hammers, allowing us to constantly loot back and forth, just constantly gaining money, constantly gaining mercantile skill, which is also leveling us up. That's a good thing about having a mercantile major or minor, is when you do this exploit, you level up a little bit quicker. Because as you can see, we currently have 5 out of 10 progress. We may want to be a little more careful, you know? Or we may not, you know? Anyways, now that we did that, we have 3,000 gold. I have a feeling that we're about to be close friends, he says as I just ripped him off. That's great. Anyways, we're going to run up here real quick because there's actually a merchant here who has the highest amount of gold out of all the merchants, and that would be Miss Diamond Lady, the high elf woman you have to steal from in order for you to advance in the Thieves Guild. You have to basically take one of her diamonds. Of course, you can also advance the quest by just buying a diamond, but who wants to do that? Right? I mean, what use is there in just buying... Ignore that, guys. What use is there in just buying a bunch of diamonds for only 300 gold just so you can sell those diamonds right back to them for, I don't know, like 1,500 so you can buy the diamonds right back for, I don't know, like 300 gold and then sell right back for 2,163. Come on, there we go. 2,163. Yeah, we now have 6,000 gold. We just started with 600. And we still have one more merchant we're going to hit. And that one merchant is going to be in the Fighters Guild. Our good friend Wayne. You may remember him from Retirement Optional, Blood of the Past, Episode 6. It's a good video. You should check it out. I'll have a link in the description. Anyways, we're now going to talk to Wayne. And we're just going to buy all his repair hammers for 75 gold, sell them for a good bit more than 75 gold. Then we're going to buy them again as they multiplied for, oh, I don't know, 69 gold, nice. And then buy them again, and then sell them, and buy them, and sell them. Until eventually we start to reach a loop like this. And we just get a whole bunch of money and a level up. Nice. Anyways, speaking of level up, yeah, I'm sorry that there's all these messages going around, you know. There's currently a war going on a friend's Minecraft server. By war, I just mean someone did bad stuff and got put in prison, and now he's complaining. Anyways, we're just going to now level up. We're just going to take a good bit of everything. Get a good bit more health, yada yada. We're now level 2. And we have 8,000 gold. And now, it is time for us to go on into the next exploit. I know we just got started and now we're talking about next exploit. And let's see here. I think we could upgrade these two, so yeah. What we're going to want to do is go down here, and then you're going to want to go over to this person here. You're going to want to go to spell making. Now you're going to want to mess with drain skill. So, I want to make a drain skill spell that lets me train my endurance. So what I'm going to do is pick up medium armor on self. I'm going to drain my medium armor skill by 100 to 100 points for 1 second. I'm also going to have it where it drains my heavy armor skill by 100 to 100 points on self. And this spell is also going to drain my spear skill by 100 to 100 points. This is of course a little overkill. You can easily just use 1 or 2 of these if your skills are low enough, but I'm just going to go with all 3 because, you know what, overkill is overkill. We're going to call this O2, and there we go, for endurance. Now we have that spell up. What I'm going to do is look at these and let's see here. So, and trust me, I will explain what all these spells are going to be doing in a bit. I'm going to call this Mage for Major. And now, looking at these, and this here, I'm going to call 0 for Min for Minor. Alright, now, I just made these 3 spells. What all are these going to do? So, first, this spell drains 3 skills that have the governing attribute as endurance. The governing attribute for all 3 of these skills is endurance. So that means if I were to use this, it would drain all my endurance governed skills. So what would that exactly entail though? Because why would you exactly want to drain all these skills, you may ask, you may wonder. Well, I'm going to show you. So what we're going to do is save up right in front of all these trainers. And if you look at training, this person trains in medium armor for 26 gold because our medium armor is a 5. However, if we say train for medium armor, then talk to her, the training cost is a 1. And we can train up our medium armor, and our medium armor goes up by 1 point, meaning that the medium armor is more expensive. But we can cast this spell again, and it goes back down to 1 gold. So I'm going to repeat this yet another 8 times. And 8. And now our medium armor is a 15. Now, what we're going to do is focus on something else. So I have this spell here, which lowers blunt weapon by 100 points, along with all these other skills, which are all my major skills. Now, whenever you level up your major or minor skills, you level up. So, if we say talk to this person here, he has blunt training, but it's very expensive since it's a major skill. Not really an issue though, because I can just drain my blunt skill, and suddenly I can get training for only 1 gold. So we're going to do this a total of 10 times. And just like that, our skills went up by 10, and now we're ready for a level up. Now, if I were to sleep here, right in this bed, we will get 5 points here and 5 points here. All because I drained up my skills in endurance and in strength, and I was able to basically level those up to the max, which is times 5 if you basically train your skills up by 10. Hope that makes sense. So now we've ascended to level 3. And we can do this a good bit more. We can do this a lot more. In fact, I have at least a few characters who have all of these skills basically not maxed out. But for the meantime, what we're going to do is simply level up to around about level 6 or level 7, and I will explain why in a sec. However, we're going to speed ahead. Yep, you're awakened by a loud noise. So I'm going to increase my endurance to 100, my strength to 66. And one of the great things about sleeping at the Fighters Guild is, well, the assassin kind of just spawns in bed and you can kind of just wail on him. And of course, we have a high enough skill, we can hit him constantly on occasion. And the assassin is big enough that you can see him under the bed. And because he gets trapped in the bed, you can easily get the Carved Divinity Dart, which sells for a lot, along with his entire setup. And that's actually important. As you can see, being level 8, we now have 107 health. We have some pretty good skills. We're actually going to rest up once more. We could level up some more to get more health. However, I feel like 107 health should be enough for us to ascend to godhood by doing the next part of this exploit, which is going to be absolutely breaking the game. And we made it. You'll find Apelus Matthias here. He's wearing basically a full suit of adamantium armor. You can talk to him about the Dark Brotherhood, then about the mainland, and he'll basically tell you about transport to Morrowind, which is the topic you need, so you can go into this hall here. So we're just going to walk right on in to the council chambers, the Grand Council chambers, and we're going to turn right and talk to this woman here. And we're just going to talk about transport to Morrowind, say you fear you're being attacked by the Dark Brotherhood, and she'll send you on your way. And of course, we don't even need to investigate the Dark Brotherhood whatsoever. All we need to do is merely walk over here to this door here so we can become God. So, talk to this woman here. Go to spells. Buy the Fortify. Let's just go with Fortify Restoration, because why not? It really doesn't matter which one you pick. And as you can see, you have all these stats, all these skills are pretty low. But honestly, what I'm worried most about is the fact that we have such a low unarmored, long blade, speechcraft, mercantile, and our hand-to-hand is only a 10. Honestly, those are some rookie numbers. We need to bump those up. And we're going to call this 05 God. And just like that, we now have the God spell. So if we just take this spell and cast it at the ground, in fact, I'm just going to show y'all what our armor rating looks like. So, cast this spell once. Your armor rating will go from 8 to 120. It's 120 when your unarmored skill is a 136. Now, it goes from 120 to 362 with a 236 unarmored skill. 362 to 733 with a 336 unarmored skill. You know what? Those are just some rookie numbers. We should really just bump those up a good bit, you know, like, honestly, how far should we go? I don't know. Stratosphere? And at this point, our armor rating is beyond crazy. However, our hand-to-hand is also beyond crazy. Now, I'm going to perform a little demonstration of what I just did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a save right here. Now, I'm going to unequip my sword, walk into here. This here is Gaynor. He is just a regular old peasant. However, if you do his favor, just say no. Not really. I don't think so. Gaynor will enter beast mode within 3 days. He will become the hardest encounter you can possibly face. He will become an absolute beast who will decimate you basically instantly. And there's not really much we would be able to do. Like, currently, My character's sitting here in common clothes. I'm still in common clothes. Like, honestly, if I were to say fight Gaynor right now, I would have a 0% chance of surviving according to most laws of Morrowind. However, there's one thing. He didn't count for me being God. As you can see, we just punched Gaynor once. We knocked him down. We are currently lowering his health like it's nothing. We're currently cutting through the strongest person, and he just tried to stand back up, and we just punched him right back down. We're currently cutting through the strongest enemy in Morrowind like it's a hot knife through butter. We're currently punching one of the hardest encounters in Morrowind like it is nothing. We are currently giving what essentially was God a knuckle sandwich. And now we're God. We get the exquisite clothes and Gaynor's amulet. Not him. No. He's just a peasant. Look at us. We're Gaynor now. We have the drip. And speaking of God, so I just jumped over here to the Vec Temple after making myself a new spell. Because, of course, Vivek is honestly a bit of a wimp hiding behind such a door, but no biggie. We can break in now without any issues. And now, this here is going to be a God versus God duel. Let's see how well it goes, shall we? Starting in 3, 2, and just like that, we basically already bested God. There's nothing he can do. Anyways, this has been How to Become God by Frolshabrew. Remember to like and subscribe, leave in the comments what else you want to see. Looks like Vivek's getting a little feisty, but no biggie. We can just... Ooh. Yeah, anyways, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video, what else you would want to see. And yeah, make sure to check out my other videos. Make sure to check out my shorts. And yeah, I think that'll just about do it. After I finish off a Vec here, I'll see you all in the next one, so... Okay, come on. And yeah, just like that, that'll just about do it. Anyways, that'll be it for the rest of this video. I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.